against Mahomes and Andy Reid offense?
I mean that they can score from any part of the field, just because obviously obviously Andy Reid's a great coach, but Patrick Mahomes obviously he's a problem. I mean he can beat you with his legs, he beat you with his arm from, like I said, every part of the field, and they have great players around him. So that's what makes him tough to defend. And you can defend the first play, but you got to defend the second play and the third play, and that's where they make a lot of their hay at. When the first play breaks down, he gets to moving around, and guys do a great job of uncovering and finding seams to create explosive plays. So we definitely have to limit that.
Obviously, you guys held them scoreless in the second half last year. What do you kind of see as the process to, they're going to come out like gangbusters after you guys, but what's the process to kind of steepen that curve and get to that responsiveness even faster, do you think?
I think just take a deep breath and go out there and focus on us executing our job. At the end of the day, I think it's about us. If we go out there and do our job, do our responsibility, that we're capable of doing it, I think everything will be fine. But I think it just starts with taking a deep breath. The environment's going to be great, embrace that. But at the end of the day, understand that the football field is going to be the football field, and it's going to be 11 players on defense versus 11 players on offense, and the game's not going to change. So I think the big emphasis is focus on us doing what we do, and everything's going to be fine.
Zach, what's the key for defending a quarterback who improvises like he does? Like he'll chuck the ball downfield, he'll throw on the run. What's the key for trying to contain a guy like that?
I mean, just keep on coming after him. I mean, rushers keep rushing. You got to be disciplined in your rush lanes. Make sure you don't give them a free lane. And then back in coverage, like I said, you got to plaster. You got to cover. You got to expect, not just defend the first play. You got to defend the second play, and then just continue to do that play after play, play after play. And then when opportunities come for you to make a play on the ball, we got to make those plays.
Zach, through these 3 preseason games, what, if anything, have you learned about the process of calling plays?
Honestly, everything in preseason was pretty smooth, but I know it's going to be a lot different just because it's a lot different personnel groups. It's more game plan specific. In the preseason, we kind of just had our call sheet and we just ran our plays. But one thing I'd probably take is just you have to be prepared situationally for what's happening right now and then what's going to happen. So obviously, for example, you're defending a play in the around midfield, right? They get in the red zone. You have to already be thinking about what that team does in that situation and what your call is going to be and how your guys are playing.
Zach, you touched a little bit just on the stage of this game, but you yourself as a player, you've been in these moments. Does that factor in when you're on the field and just kind of the different platform, the prime time, and all eyes?
Yeah, definitely. I think that the experience is just settle in, just be yourself. Like I said, the game is going to be a lot of stuff going on, which is great. It's great for the game. You should embrace that as a player, a coach, or whatever. But at the end of the day, football is football, and you know what plays are going to be ran. You know where you got to be, and you got to focus on doing that.
Zach, I know you have a lot to scheme for and a lot to plan for and to be on task, but do you allow yourself any small moment of reflection that this is your first game as NFL defensive play caller and just how far you've come in that time?
Definitely. I mean, every night. It's funny. Every night, my wife, we read scripture and stuff out of this jar, and every night before I go to sleep, I pray, and I just thank God for blessing me for this opportunity and putting me in this position. So I think I reflect, every single night because I don't want to take it for granted, and I want to give thanks where it's due.
Is this the way you want to start, Zach, going against the 2-time defending champs in their place?
Hey, yeah, man. I mean, at the end of the day, the first game is going to be the first game no matter who you're going against. Obviously, we know we got much respect for who we're going against in the Kansas City Chiefs, like you said, 2-time defending champs. But, hey, if we got to play them on the schedule, we got to play them. So it just happens to be first.
Zach, in that meeting last year in January, it felt like they were baiting you guys a little bit. You guys took a couple uncharacteristic penalties in particular. Will that be addressed before the game? Just a reminder that given the stage and given the opponent to keep your cool little defense.
I mean, yeah, man, that goes into every week what we talk about, and especially when you go in just National Football League, everybody's a great team in my opinion, but you can't beat yourself. It's already tough to beat a team in this league, but you can't beat yourself by getting penalties and getting uncharacteristic. So that's definitely a focus for us this week.
Zach, you were teammates with a bunch of guys who won the last Super Bowl with the Ravens. They had to break through the Patriots in their time. Have you taken any of their thoughts or their advice on how this team can break through against the Chiefs?
Man, it's play Raven football. And we know what that looks like. We know that's playing all-out brand, being together, being physical, giving maximum effort, and high-level execution. So, you know, those guys come around a lot. They tell us, you know, hey, all we got to do on defense, all we got to do as an organization is play Raven football, like I said, which is playing fast, physical, maximum effort, and executing at a high level.
Zach, what makes it difficult to maybe confuse or trick a guy like Patrick Mahomes, where is it not so much about that, it's just about trying to pressure everything with him?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, he's been around for a while. He's played a lot of football. He's played football in the biggest games, and you know, to try to stop a guy like that, teams throw a lot at him. So he's seen pretty much everything. But you try to you know, study the film, study tendencies, see what they do, and you try to, you know, punch and then get ready for the counter punch. So with guys like Patrick Mahomes and coaches like Andy Reid, you got to be ready for the next thing that's coming, because they're thinking a step ahead. So you got to think that way too.
Yeah, along those lines, do you expect them to maybe go back to taking more downfield shots this year? I mean, they added some guys in the offseason. I know Holland's probably not going to play this week, but the rookie were the inside receiver.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, from those guys, we expected any and everything, you know, but definitely expect them. They took a lot of shots last year. I know they didn't, you know, connect as much as they wanted to, but they took a lot of shots, and we're very aware of the personnel that they brought in this year. Obviously, their guys are fast, and you know, they want speed. They always had speed on their offenses and want to stretch the field, so we're definitely aware of that. Cool. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.